everybody. Today we are going to learn some interesting facts about dicotyledonous leaf. In short, this dicotyledonous leaf is called a dicot leaf. We can study this leaf under two aspects. One is the morphological aspect and one is the anatomical aspect. Let us first discuss what is the morphological aspect of such a leaf. The basic feature by which we can identify a dicot leaf is by the pattern of venation. We have got the main rib or the midrib, which gives out the side veins. The side veins branches more and they form like a network connection, and hence they are called reticulate venation. This is the foremost feature by which we can identify a leaf to be a dicot leaf. Now let's come down to the anatomical features by which we can identify the leaf to be a dicot leaf. We need to explore the interior of such a leaf. Now how to get inside the leaf? We can make a TS or a VS or an LS of a leaf. But before going for all these sections, we need to understand one thing. The leaf is actually having two sides of surfaces. One, which is your dorsal surface, and the one which is the ventral surface. Now how do we come to know which is the dorsal surface, which is the ventral surface? The part of the leaf which generally faces the sun is called the dorsal surface. Be it your leaf, be it your fish, be it your any living organism. The part of the body that faces the sun is called the dorsal surface. Whereas the part of the body which faces away from the sun's direct light, we call it to be the ventral surface. Take the easiest example of a fish swimming in water. When the fish swims, the upper surface faces the sunlight and it is called the dorsal surface, whereas the bottom surface is its ventral surface. Leaf also has got such type of a anatomical feature, due to which the leaf, while exploring the interior of a leaf, we generally go for the TS of a leaf. While exploring, let us first discuss the leaf of an dicot plant. We find some isodiametric cells as the first layer of cells. These isodiametric layer of cells, they have got thin wall, prominent nucleus and abundant cytoplasm. This layer is actually an epidermal layer, which is also called adaxial epidermis. Generally, the leaf is covered by a waxy covering on it. This waxy covering is called your cuticle. Now below the leaf, as soon as we enter the leaf, what are the other things we see? There are certain elongated cells just below it. These are absolutely parenchymatous cells. Which are thin-walled, abundant cytoplasm, definitely the nucleus. But a characteristic feature of these cells are that they are elongated, almost 90-degree or perpendicular to the layer of the epidermal cells, and they are hugely loaded with chloroplasts. They are hugely loaded with the chloroplast. Why? To carry out the photosynthesis. This layer of cells is called palisade parenchyma. Palisade parenchyma. It's absolutely a parenchymatous cell. Just below it, if the section is passing through the midvein, that is, if the section is passing through the midvein, then we may get the vascular bundle. The vascular bundle, which consists of xylem and the phloem, is actually restricted again by a layer, almost just like an epidermal layer. But here we call this layer to be the bundle sheath. It is limiting it from the rest part of the leaf. Here the cells have got similar type of characteristics as that of the epidermal layer, but they have been given a different name here. It is called the bundle sheath. Inside which lies the xylem tissues, made up of vessels, made up of tracheids, all that you have studied, and the common phloem cells. These phloems are specialized to carry the food produced by the leaves. The leaves generally produces food in form of your glucose. But when it is stored inside the body, it is stored in form of starch. So you can well see over here, the bundle sheath encloses the xylem and phloem inside it. Just below it, below the parenchyma cells, you will find some loosely arranged parenchyma cells itself. They are the loosely arranged parenchyma cells, right? These parenchyma cells are another layer of cells which is called spongy parenchyma. It is called spongy parenchyma. They are also loaded with the chloroplast. Definitely they carry out your photosynthesis. Altogether, this palisade parenchyma and the spongy parenchyma, they are called mesophyll cells. So a characteristic feature of a dicot and leaf anatomy reveals mesophylls are differentiated into palisade parenchyma and spongy parenchyma. Thereafter, when we come down, I am not drawing it the same thing here, or it may overcrowd. These spongy parenchyma, when they come near the lower end, the lower epidermis is also present in the leaf in order to protect the lower surface from the invasion of any other microbes and other things. But this lower epidermis is not continuous. It is interrupted very frequently with the pore-like structures called stomata. The spore-like structure is actually the stoma, and this bean-shaped cells around it, is called guard cells. They also do have got the deposition of the cuticle over it, but this cuticle deposition is quite thin than that of the upper layer. The cuticle is actually absent over the guard cell so that the gaseous exchange can take place. Just above the stomatal pore, the mesophyll cells are arranged to keep some spaces. These spaces are called the air cavities. Why they are present just above it? So that the concentration of the air is increased above it, which will enhance the movement of the gaseous exchange in and across the stomata. I hope you can very well understand that leaf has got two types of structures. One towards the upper surface of the leaf and one at the bottom surface of the leaf. Now, since it has got two different surfaces, we call such a leaf to be a dorsiventral leaf. We call it to be a dorsiventral leaf. So, dicot leaves are always called dorsiventral because it has got separate anatomical features towards the upper side of the leaf and separate anatomical features towards the bottom side of the leaf. So, we can enclose it as TS of a dorsiventral leaf, which actually says it to be a dicot leaf. I hope this much information regarding the dicot leaf is enough for today. Very soon I'll meet you again with some more information that will make your biology crystal clear, so that you need not to scare about it. Rather, you can love the subject and my videos. Thank you.